Drip, that's water, call that boss. You check my squad and they gon' be in cost. You better be prepared to take a loss. I left my enemies dripping, but it ain't sauce. It ain't sauce, no it ain't sauce. Yeah, enemies dripping, but it ain't sauce. No it ain't sauce, no it ain't sauce. Yeah, enemies dripping, but it ain't sauce. It ain't sauce, it ain't sauce.
Hello people, it's your boy Arthur Spinney and welcome back to another video. And in today's video, we will be reviewing Beetlejuice Beetlejuice. Now, this is definitely a big one because a lot of y'all want to know, is this movie going to be one of them films that shits on the original? Is it better than the original? Is the original still good? Is it just a good sequel? Yada, 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 yada. How is Michael Keaton? Is he got more scenes in it? Even though he told us that he wasn't going to do more scenes, which was kind of crazy. But whatever. I'm gonna get straight into it. So, Beetlejuice. Honestly, I actually really enjoyed this movie. Like a lot more than what I thought. And me personally, oh yeah, this is gonna be somewhat of a spoiler review. I mean, it's not really. This isn't like that type of movie that has like dramatic or like super spoilers or anything like that. But you know, it got some spoilers, so I'm gonna kind of keep it to like a minimum. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. I actually think it might be better than the original one. See, before I went to see this, I watched the original one again. When I was growing, like when I was younger, and the nostalgia plays into a factor because I like Tim Burton and I like Michael Keaton, so I'm kind of biased on that front. I gave the film like an 8 out of 10, like an 8 out of 10 when I was younger. Like an 8 out, like I would say when I was young, it was a really good movie. Like I really enjoyed it. Surprisingly, I thought I would be. This was like one of those movies that I was not scared of, because even if it was like, even there was moments in like Halloween Town I was like scared of, but here I like Beetlejuice for some reason. I liked it. I guess because I just like Tim Burton and what he created. But as I watched it again, I gave the original like a 6. It's not like a 6 out of 10. It's pretty good. I don't think it's as good as I remember, but it was pretty good. This film, I think this film actually is better, like way better, especially now that you have the technology. And even with like the certain scenes that have like the stop motion, they look better now because of the new the technology we have now. So I don't know. I just think this film is way better. And though Michael Keaton said that they was trying to do the thing where Beetlejuice has like because they made it where Beetlejuice has like the same amount of screen time. And even in the original, I feel like the fact that we wanted more Beetlejuice kind of plays into that factor that we don't get more of him, because maybe I started to come to the realization that maybe they don't have more of him in these films because they don't want Beetlejuice to either overstay his welcome or they don't want the audience to get annoyed with him. And I think once again that actually works here. Like, even though there are like there's like two moments, and I feel like some people can pick up on it, where like Michael Keaton as Beetlejuice in this film, he's clearly trying to walk off the screen to fill the amount of time he needs to be on screen. Like, it's literally a moment where he's like, "I'll be right back. I gotta go do something real quick," and he just walks off screen, and I'm just like, okay. And it kind of catches me off guard because like it's clear that Michael Keaton and Tim Burton are trying to fill out the length of how long Beetlejuice is supposed to be in the film. But whatever, I still think the film is still great regardless of how long we saw him. Because clearly the main character as well, at least in the second one, it's Lydia. This one is about Lydia and how she's dealing with after the events of that film. And then Jenna Ortega is now like her daughter. And still got popcorn. I just came from the film, so still have popcorn left in my system. But yeah, Jenna Ortega plays like the daughter, and she actually is very like how they use, like how everyone, the cast and everything, especially Willem Dafoe. He is very funny in this film, at least to me. It's very funny how the cast is used. This is This is pretty good. The only thing I will say is the main what's her name? Dolores, the tall girl, the lady with the black hair. What's her real name? Monica Bellucci. She plays like a pretty, I would say, a somewhat important role. There's like, I will say there is like three plot lines. There's like three like I would say all of them are pretty significant. They all correspond with each other in a way. It's like three major plot lines, and they all not all of them kind of worked, including like one of them with Jenna Ortega and this like guy. The way it ends, it just ends abruptly, and Beetlejuice just handles it. Well, I'll say that he just kind of like handles it. So it's kind of cool, like how he was like Tim Burton was able to juggle all of these like juggle all of these plot lines. What else? Like I said, Willem Dafoe was good. The actress that plays Lydia, she's pretty much the same. She's just older now. There's like no difference. Her stepmom is in this. She's pretty much the same. She's just a better mother in this film than the original. The only people, pretty much everyone is here, including new people. The only people that are not here is of course the original two people that died, of course, and that would make sense because and in the film they explain it. They just it's a simple they moved on with life, and yeah, their story was kind of done after that, so you didn't really need to bring them back. But yeah, Michael Keaton as Beetlejuice, he still has it. He still kills it. I do think there is a little bit more of him in this film than the first film. Because in that first film, you don't see him for like an hour. Like it's like an hour and like you get like a hint of him in the first film for like a brief second. And after that, you really don't see him for like a whole hour and like 2 minutes. You don't really see him until like that 45-minute mark. Here, he's kind of spaced out pretty good. Like you see him in the beginning a little bit, you see him in like the middle a little bit, you see him like in like almost like the beginning of the third act, and you see him at like the end. Like he's kind of spaced out properly. And the shenanigans that he does here is actually pretty I like pretty good. Like I actually like I think I like Beetlejuice here more. Like I think overall the film is just I think it's better. I think that film I don't get me wrong, the original is still a classic, it's still good, it's still really good. But I just enjoy Beetlejuice. Now, with this one, I don't think we're going to get a third one. I doubt it. Tim Burton said he will be too old to direct the third one, but honestly, I wouldn't really want a third one. But if they made one, I wouldn't mind it. But yeah, this film is pretty good. The story isn't it's all over the place, but it's all over place in like a good way because it's Beetlejuice. So like in the three plot lines, they sync together pretty good. And Willem Dafoe's character, Lydia, Beetlejuice, all of them like kind of flow together. So it works. Like overall, I think this was a really good flick. It was so much better and such a come up for me after seeing the trash the crow and then going into Beetlejuice and actually getting a good like sequel slash well, I wouldn't say this is a remake, but sequel. Like a like bringing a character back, we'll say. So this was actually really good and I actually really enjoyed it. For ratings, let me see. If I'm not putting nostalgia into it, then I technically gave the first film a 6. Like a 6, I get like a 6 or a 7. Like a 6 or a 7. This film, I'm gonna give like an 8, like an 8 or a 9, like an 8 or 9. I actually really enjoyed it. I would watch this again. This I recommend it. I definitely recommend it. If you like Beetlejuice, you're gonna love this film. This film to me doesn't like destroy or hinder the original at all. Right. And if you're a newcomer, I think you wouldn't even really need to watch the first one. You could really just go in and watch the second one. The only thing really that is mentioned of the first one is that, well, of course, the characters, of course, come back, the original characters. But the only thing that's really mentioned is the fact that Beetlejuice and Lydia got married. That's really it. Other than that, nothing is really like that significant. Like you could really just play it for like flashbacks, how it kind of is in the film. So yeah, I would probably give this one like I would give like an 8 or a 9. Yeah, I would recommend this. This was a great flick. Michael Keaton, and it was Michael Keaton's birthday, so this was perfect. This was perfect. I really enjoyed it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will catch y'all on the next one. Peace.